I'm gonna tell you something, and this is really important if you are buying a home in an area that has a lot of new construction. You need to be aware that when you go to work with a builder, that their contracts are very different than the contracts used by other realtors all over the state of Florida. Now, the builders use their own contracts because they're written to protect them. They're written by attorneys to make sure that the builder is protected. In normal real estate contracts, it's written so that both parties are equally protected and it's a level, fair playing field. That is not the case with new construction. You need to hire an attorney to look over the contract and make sure that there are no clauses that you are either unaware of or that you're not agreeable to. Some clauses to be aware of that are in almost every builder contract are: first, the builder has 2 years to deliver you a completed home. Now, is it really going to take that long? Probably not. 99% of the time, these homes close on time or at least within a month of when they should close. But can it happen? Yeah. And do you have any recourse? No, because the clause in the contract says that the builder has 2 years. Another thing that could happen, and this just happened to my sister the other day, so Jess, I hope it's okay that I'm telling this story, but she and her husband were under contract on a new home, and they had paid several $1,000s in a binder to hold this home. Well, things happened and they decided they needed to back out of the contract, and they had the right contractually to do so, and they wanted to move forward on another house. Well, there were several $1,000s that were already put down on that new build. And in the contract, it says that the builder has up to 90 days to return that deposit to you. Well, my sister and brother-in-law needed to move forward on this other house because my sister is 8 months pregnant and they really need to get into a new house. So she had to do all kinds of crazy things, take to social media and all sorts of stuff just to force this builder to give them their deposit back. There is no reason it should take 90 days to give someone back their earnest money. That's asinine. But again, it's in the contract and you've agreed to it. You need to know that. And lastly is the fact that they usually only give you a 45-day financing contingency, even when you're building from slab. Years ago, I had a guy and he was building from slab, ground up. This was gonna take like 9 months. Well, it was like day 50 and he lost his job. We went back and said, oh, he lost his job. We've got to back out of the contract. And they said, oh no, you only had 45 days. It's been 50 days. So this guy lost $15,000. Now, were they allowed to do it? Yeah. He signed on the dotted line and that clause was in there. They had him. There was nothing he could do. But is it right? No. So all this to say, if you're buying new construction, be sure you read over that contract. Be sure that an attorney looks over that contract. You need to be sure that you understand exactly what you are signing because again, that contract is not written to protect you in any way, shape, or form.